And she finally got the whole presentation down. She got her nice flow, and she's like, he was like, man, I'll take care of you. You know, if we can get our just fish for a little bit more. I'm like, oh, no problem, bro. I'm off this afternoon. So I took him to a place called Perry's here, which is in Eagle, or I'm sorry, Edwards, on the Eagle. And we got in, we finally found some nice fish, and she just kept missing them and kept missing them. Finally, we could see this one fish just rising, and we put on like the triple dry, and she set it in there and mended, and it floated past it, and it just fucking hung. And it was on, and it was like a 22 inch bow, big, fat, just proper football of a bow, or just a slab. And it was upstream, downstream, upstream, downstream, between my legs. I got my leg up, it runs upstream, comes back between my legs, swims around my leg, and breaks off. Oh, it's like, fuck, at the top of my lungs. You know, and I try not to lose my temper or get swear, or I swear in front of clients and stuff. But like one of those,
you drink some water.
Yeah, water.
There's not enough water at that point.
Yeah, no, and I mean, and she was fine with it. She did it herself. She set that fly out there. She got that big old fish to eat. She played it for a good while, upstream, downstream, between my legs and off. But then I learned to play, or to do what we call playing goalie. So when that fish is there, you got your net down, and you're just, so it doesn't get to doesn't try to go between your legs. You got to play goalie. But, and then there's been others. There's been a couple where I had one guy play this fish. This was out at Rolling J I had some guys that knew how to fish, so I'm just babysitting. I'm just hanging out so Bryce doesn't get pissed off. Love you, Bryce. Just keeping these people happy, or just, whatever, just making sure everybody's cool. We've got some water, or let's change your bugs here. Try this rig now. Don't tie that. I got that kind of deal. And anyways, it's getting close to lunchtime, so I got to go find Zach, and I know he'd just head up towards Home Hole, if you guys know the area. And he's just a little ways down from there. And he's got this monster on out there, and there are some huge fish, and his rod is bent. I'm like, hey, and he looks over his shoulder. He's like, dude, I've had him on for like 5 minutes. And the water out there, if you're not familiar with Rolling J, is really shallow, and there's deep little channels here and there. When I say deep, I mean like knee or thigh deep, and depending on the water level. But when we're fishing, it was relatively small. And this is a big monster of a fish, pushing 25, that's a big fish out there, 25, 30-inch fish. And it's upstream, it's downstream, it's up almost under the bank, and he teases it back out. It goes downstream, and I'm looking at the fish, or I'm looking up at him, and all of a sudden I just see the whole rig come flying over his head, and he goes, oh, he got off. And it's sitting there, so I go after it with the net. It swims past me and it goes at him. So I take the net and I just dive at the fish in front of it, and there's just water splashing everywhere. And I come up and I've got the fucking fish in the net. Yeah. He was just like, yeah. He was so
awesome.
Psyched.